Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another part of Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, the Astra Militarum Commander, where we just destroyed a boatload of something. We don't really know what they were. Well, they were rebels, but that's kind of all we knew. And I feel like there's something on my 1 minute. Oh, there it is. There was something on my mouse that was causing my mouse to feel a bit weird, so I do apologize about that. Oh, goods. How the fuck did I miss goodies? Yeah, let's definitely have a walk around and make sure we get all these loot. Okay, apparently my cherub's just gonna keep talking about me. Okay. Sure, I like it when I'm being told about.
Your duty.
Great Stellar Inheriting Guardian of Humanity comes. Ooh, some lore.
A job for me.
Sealed containers marked with the familiar insignia of the Minotaurium and additional seals of the Forge World are known to you. The crates of high-grade weapons will likely be made to order. Okay. Gonna act as if that's gonna disappear at some point. There we go. What's this? The most effective representations of the local flora are assembled in the flower bed. Unfamiliar fruits are ripening on the carefully pruned plants.
Rightfully ours.
Ooh, there's loot up there. I want it. Oh, unfortunately, I'm gonna say I can't get there just yet. Warp, Strider. I like how I'm just getting so many different, like, they're just like, yeah, let's see how many, like, opinions we can make of this guy, or, like, how many titles we can give the Lord. We know that the governess, or whatever her name is, she ran off. You know, yeah, I'm assuming she ran into there. Oh, what's this?
My pleasure.
The governor's palace is opulent. The gilt finishes and plaster are updated regularly and frequently. It seems too frequently even for a building situated on the coast.
With each step, I forge my destiny.
I wonder what
among
shit's
the
going on
stars.
here. Something tells me this governor of mine is going to need to be replaced. Whether or not, you know, we'll see, but I'm more than okay with getting rid of her, let's be honest. I don't remember what she's like. But she did run away from battle, and to me, that's pretty rude.
This explorator is blessed.
The divine watches over us.
You're gonna make sure we oh, there's a little bit of exploring I didn't do over there. Well, how fucking dare I, you know? Let's get over there and make sure we explore there as well. Oh yeah, there was like a little hole here that I didn't see. There's some loot up there, you know, can't ignore loot. There was also someone helping us in the battle that we did last part. I also apologize this is a day late. There will still be 3 parts this week. I feel like I was meant to mention that at the beginning, but I just forgot. It's just I honestly was just really mentally I kind of mentally zeroed out at the moment. And I can't figure out why. And while I'm trying to figure it out, I'm just, you know, just trying to make sure I don't not do content for you guys. There we go. So I do apologize in the long term, you know.
We are bound.
What's this?
By the blood
The
of
ivory
martyrs.
covering the artery gives off delicate, hardy fragrance, heady fragrance, although you do not see any flowers. An otherworldly silence reigns under the arches of the gazebo. Perhaps a sound barrier generator is mounted on the drone. Huh, I mean, it's pretty fucking cool if it is. So this just goes back to here. Not gonna lie, if this is how one of my subordinates is living, I want to be living better. Bitch can take over my role for a bit.
Watches over us. I need to look closer.
Ooh, goods.
One and it's done.
Chains or ropes with shackles on the end can be seen in the water. Something white is also visible through the glimmer. A fragment of bone with marks made by sharp teeth. Something tells me the governor isn't my governor. Like, I feel like the more I look around, the more I'm worried. You're a commerce one, aren't you? Yeah, you've got commerce, so you can have that. You also don't have boots. You're not a battle psyker. That'll be perfect for you, though, moving as quick as possible. I don't think there is any rings. There is also grants 15 Medicare. Yeah, we don't need Medicare. You do, though, because, you know, you're an absolute badass as it is. Saint Cognitus Relic. Wield against a plus 5% chance of reducing incoming warp damage. Oh, yes, please. That to you. I think everyone else is fine for now.
Yeah,
we gotta make sure we explore everywhere. If we don't explore everywhere, we may not get the full, you know, the full understanding of what's going on here.
And
The chapel is built out of luxurious materials, but the holy place looks half abandoned. You cannot smell any burnt incense in the air. You see no seals of cleansing on the doors, and you hear no prayers, no human voices or vox recordings.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
The place seems to be like it was recently disrupted. Dust has been swept from the stones, and there is some unidentified dirt between the cracks. And you notice several scratches on the surface. I feel like that was where the sniper was, wasn't it? Woo! Loot. 1 minute.
With each step,
More important,
I
loot.
forge my destiny among the stars.
Bunch of cool stuff. So I think we've explored, yeah, we've explored physically everywhere. So let's get to the governor and see what she has to say. Because obviously right now, things are a bit weird, and I'm not...
Your duty.
Something feels like it's a bit off here, and I'm not exactly impressed, you know? I want to be impressed. And yes, I am wobbling my lips on purpose. I'm doing that on purpose, because you know why not. Yeah, when someone tells me I'm completely safe, I always think, I'm always like, nah, I'm fucked. Did you hear? Axvin Cordio, quarter husband. Oh. As aristocrats, servants.
The fall of Reichard Minoris is a blow to all of the Expanse. I imagine Winterscale will be enraged when he finds out.
This statement is false. The specified unit has experienced a long service life and observed many planetary catastrophes. Their statistical significance is negligible on a sectoral scale. The statement is tainted by the emotional burden of grief.
The divine watches over us.
Ooh, a door. Upon seeing you, the guard of the door lets out a frightened yelp and doubles over into a low bow. Your lordship, the most honorable Malachi von Valancius. The governor is awaiting you in her office, where she is protected by walls and guards. Would you prefer to meet her alone or with your entourage? I don't want to waste time on this right now. If she's in there...
Reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Oh, I physically can't look anywhere. Okay. My entourage will accompany me in the meeting with the governor. I don't trust her at the moment. Vistensia Janus Veet ab Aram of Koronus is furiously swiping at a data slate, issuing command into a gilded vox. Upon seeing you, she hurriedly puts away her devices, smooths her skirt, and drops into a deep curtsy. Your lordship, accept my abject apologies for the reprehensible stunt that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmares, I could not have imagined. I don't care about your apologies. I could have been killed. The governor, trembling all over, bows her head even lower. I assure you, your lordship, I would never, I beg you, give me the chance to prove my loyalty and explain myself. His companion standing beside her also bend into a slavish bow, while reaching out to offer you a reassuring touch. A reassuring touch of Vitinia's hand, who immediately draws it away. One of your wardens helped us in battle. A superb shot. Who was it? You must be referring to Urelit, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I have turned a blind eye to horrific mutations given the undoubtable advantages she brings. You see, Urelit comes from the local degenerate stock of this world and knows Janus like the back of her hand. So she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although I admit that at times I'm tempted to send her away from the estate. Her unnaturalness means that speaking with her always leaves me feeling uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure and so tall. Jay leans forward curiously. Gauntness of frame and tall stature are features common even among Voidborn, my dear governor. That does not make them mutants. Then pray tell, whatever do you find so disagreeable by this Uriel's appearance? Senya cringes from the memories, the strange movements, the strange look, the abnormally large eyes and unnaturally distorted face, the pointed ears. Jay raises an eyebrow meaningfully. Do I have news for you, Shireen? But it is for your ears only. I will tell you when we meet our mysterious new ally. If you wish to speak to Uriel, you will find her outside the orangery, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from others. What's happening on the planet? Several months ago, uprisings broke out on Janus. I was not even notified at first. Gripping worms are for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned of what was happening after the miscreants began targeting noble families. Justinia shakes her head, and then it became apparent that the Administratum account had referred to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and society leaders. They've already brought 13 agri-complexes to a halt and have now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but their leaders are slipping from our grasp yet again. Janus fulfill its foodstuff supplies under current conditions. I risk angering you, your lordship, but this is nothing compared to shamelessly deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistical experts of the Administratum are unable to guarantee stable tithes when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceport, and the terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. Until the usual order of things is restored in Janus, any trade is nigh impossible. Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Janus does not have its own fleet. We could organize a planet-wide search if we had ships at our disposal. Ships like yours, your lordship. Perhaps you'll find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have the ground force and the ship crew work together and hunt down the enemy. I will get to the bottom of this. I'm sure the rebels will have something to say to the master of their world. Listenia inclines her head. I am immeasurably grateful for your assistance, your lordship. If any of those who attacked this state had survived, then perhaps they could have been a valuable source of information, but you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. She glances at the Vox. Incidentally, I did overhear the wardens talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Besides that, we still do not know who let those reprobates into the estate. The person who did it might also know something. I, as well as my retinue, are at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak and removing all traces of the attack from the estate. As an esteemed Magos, who is responsible for agronomic efforts on the planet, is also here. He happened to be visiting this week to deliver his personal report. And of course, there is my aid in the war against the rebels. Uriel, I have no doubt you'll be delighted to share knowledge of Janus and with your lordship. Who's this person standing next to you? One of my ladies-in-waitings, Amelia. Amelia performs secretarial duties and helps me remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for the productivity and prosperity of Janus. I trust my advisors implicitly, and over time, Amelia has become not merely a faithful companion, but almost my shadow. Losing her would be like losing my right hand. Vestinia laughs and gives Amelia an encouraging nod. Amelia drops into a low curtsy. To bathe in the light of your greatness is a true honor, rogue trader. Tell me about Janus. Vestinia leads forward. Janus is a remarkable world, both in terms of its vast potential and in terms of the work that was carried out to transform it into an agri-world. House Viat has ruled Janus for many generations, and each new governor has without fail contributed to the planet's taming. This world was once a wild planet, full of xenobeasts and utterly unsuitable for growing anything. This day, despite our best efforts, Janus regularly rebels against us. Earthquakes, tsunamis, the emergence of new pests and weeds that evade the arable land. Sometimes I cannot help but think this world is endowed with consciousness, the consciousness of a capricious and stubborn child who likes to spoil everything that we have achieved. What do you grow on Janus? Mainly Helican flint, corn, and red turnip. Apart from that, in the southern hemisphere, we have set aside vast tracts of land for the Grox population. What's a Grox? A large hemidosa reptile. And of course, I cannot fail to mention the several thousand acres of tilled land given over to the cultivating fermentable fruit for personal use and limited export. Even for an agri-world in the back of Beyond, this place is a real dump. What do you guys do here for fun? When you have free time, that is. If you're asking about those of our circle, then let me assure you there are enough noble families on the world to keep boredom at bay. I frequently host guests, your lordship, and my servants arrange suitable entertainments, from parlor concerts to private executions of traitors who break imperial law. I have never enjoyed such entertainment before. Cassia gives you a hopeful look, then casts her eyes down bashfully. It is a terrible shame that we do not have time for parlor concerts. I grow tired of displays of bloodshed. It is the same scene practically every time we sit down somewhere. When we are back on footfall, remind me, my crown-bearing and pallid-featured beauty, to take you to a concert of sorts at a certain parlor, with private dancers and heady wines. Footfall stations on the verge of starvation. Can Janus supply the people there with provisions? Yes and no, your lordship. If the request is, can such an expensive and fertile world as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course it can. We lose more provisions to a gnawing pest every cycle than those on footfall could eat in their entire lives. But can we ship said provisions to footfall? Not a chance. Any cargo shell that leaves the surface will be a target for attack. The rebels will not hesitate to bring it down, sending flaming debris over the capital. Our silos could become targets of sabotage, food could be poisoned or mined. The logistics of transporting supplies to footfall will only be possible once the uprising has been completely crushed. It is really embarrassing to admit that even Vladim, as he take that man, is better at doing his job as a leech of footfall than Lady Viet is keeping her world in check. Well, I must take my leave. Oh, wow. You're just going to full-on kick me out of the fucking room? Bitch, do you know who I am? I feel like they know who I am, they just don't give a shit. So there's an esteemed Magos somewhere. Let's have a look at the jobs we've got to do. So, we have to... Well, so we've got a new ruler. Wait. I feel like I'm just going to ignore that. So, companion quest, talk to the Master of Seals. Okay, that's Duragonus, and that's Kiva Gamma. We don't have to care about that. So this is talk to other information about the rebels and find leaders. Duragonus, fly footfall, dreams and stories. Different. I think these are all part of Shadow Quarter stuff, yeah. And give planetary data to you. Okay, I didn't even realize about that, and... Okay, so we've got that as well. At the moment, we're on Janus, so let's focus on things that are Janus-based, and we'll worry about the other ones later.
If I could see the golden light of the Astronomicon as you see it, Cassia, I would probably go still forever, unable to take my eyes off the radiance of the Emperor for an instant.
I think you would manage. You have different hues of light within you. Gold, silver, and crimson. One of them would call you back to this world.
The Eurilla should be over here.
Forge my destiny among the stars.
There she is.
Iliad Lenevis greets you, Elantark.
The bizarre creature before you only vaguely resembles a typical human. An elongated body, slender limbs, pointed features, every aspect of its appearance is unnatural and alien. The creature turns its head to you.
Would you look at this? Xenos. Oh, she devoured them, mingling with humans. Don't your lot think themselves above that? Anyway, it doesn't change the fact that it's a Xenos that's been cozying up to Viet, not a mutant.
There is fear in your words. You know what I am, and so I may no longer follow the shadowed path and must be direct. My soul is nothing kin to yours. Your kind call us Xenos, as if we are all as one. I came here to protect the Lilithon by assisting the governor against her enemies. Will you hear me, or be blinded to sense by your precepts?
I will speak to you. Eurilla Lenevis sees that one. But keep your hands where I can see them.
I have banished the shadow of doubt from your thoughts regarding my nature. Now you will answer my question. Why have you sought me out?
Eurilla inclines her head, and by an infinitesimal amount. So you're the governor's mysterious helper?
I am Elantark. My hand parried the death promised to the ruler of these people, and I aided you in battle against the Lost Ones.
But why are you helping the governor?
This world is in distress. I wish to protect it from unnecessary suffering.
What do you know about the rank and file rebels?
Only that they threaten the established order. There is much risk to this world should the ruler die.
Urila's face is unreadable, but you detect a strange tension in her voice, as though she's choosing her words carefully. Do you know who's behind the uprising on the planet?
There is a malevolence here that drives your kin down the path of violence.
Your answers are not particularly helpful.
But you are not asking for help, Elantark. You are merely asking questions, the answers to which are either unimportant or wreathed in shadow. Explore this place. Speak to those who know. A simple task for you, and an insurmountable challenge for me, since my very appearance provokes fear and suspicion. When you learn anything, tell me. Perhaps then my answers will be helpful to your search.
How did you come to be on Janus?
The world you call Janus was once created by the will of my kin. I have far more right to be on the Lilithon than any of you.
Why'd you call me Elantark?
Because that is what you are. Elantark means stranger from the darkness amidst the stars. You descended on flame-winged machines in a dark time when the air of the planet is soaked in blood and pain. Will you be the one to bring peace to the Lilithon?
If you want, you can join me. None of the locals will dare look askance at you in the rogue trader's presence.
So be it. I will go with you.
Urila is silent for several seconds, her gaze fixed on something beyond you. Slowly drawing out her words, she replies.
I am ready, Elantark. Let us go forth.
Urila is a Xenos, one of the Asuriani. She is a ranger who follows the path of the outcast, and her skills in ranged combat are without equal. Urila does not use human weapons and can wear either Eldari armor, or if she learns the required feature, Drukhari armor. Urila's ability instantly ends her turn. However, at the start of her next turn, she will make an attack that always hits its target. So we'll take out... I'm going to take out Argenta for now. I think that will be a good fit for us. I do love Argenta, but right now I don't think she's... Ooh. Abelard. Well, no. There's a better way to do this. So Abelard. Put you there for now and see how that does with the... Actually, no, Pascal will need to move as well. There we go. Actually, no, Jay should be where I am. And Cassia should be... I'm too lazy to do this. I'm too lazy to figure out everything else. There we go. Right, let's level you up. So you're an operative. Cool. And I now get to pick assassins, bounty hunter, or grand strategist. I'm going to give her assassin because I think she'll actually be better at assassin than what's his face. So we're going to give her... Yeah, we're going to give her Death Whisper. Opening... Good professional acumen. There we go. I think that'll do for her. Let's have a look at her equipment. So she, if I'm guessing correctly, is an Eldari. I don't see why she wouldn't be an Eldari. Yeah, she's got an Eldari long rifle. That's Eldari ranger armor. So I'm assuming, yeah, she can equip nothing we've got at the moment. Bonus to commerce, voice of command. She doesn't need that. Doesn't look like she'll be using many grenades. I think that's really all we can equip her with right now, so... Okay, so... There is apparently a bunch of people who will talk to us.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Question is, where the fuck are
What
they
a
all?
splendid estate. I have seen pics of our ancient manors in the House Orselio archives. This place is very similar.
It's a pity you were denied the chance to grow up in such surroundings. I can just picture a young lady navigator relaxing with a book in the garden after her lessons.
Your duty.
There's Actilius Quint there. Just keep looking around. I want to see if I can find... Ooh! Ah, there's, yeah, so everything's been reset. Okay, so they're the deceased bodies of the twats who dared attack me.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
There's a technomat. Security officer. That's the tree there. Okay.
Over us.
Don't want to speak to the Quint guy just yet. Because as soon as I speak to him, I'm going to essentially be, you know, in a conversation. Is a spire turned into a watchtower? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Wait, is that Genta still just sat there? If she is, that would be pretty funny. No, she's not. The game just thinks she is because she was there at one point. Aha, there's the Magos. Yeah, there's the Magos. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this part here, and in the next part, we will talk to the Magos, then Actilius Quint, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please do follow me on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a share. But most importantly, guys, stay safe, have a great day, join the channel memberships if you're interested, and I'll see you on the next one. See you guys then.